What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the No Script Podcast. My name is Nalbandi, your host for today, and we have a very special guest that's coming on the podcast today. But as usual, before we get the guest on, I'm going to answer some of your guys' questions from the past week, and we're live right now, so if you guys have any questions, leave some questions in the description, and I will answer. The first question I had gotten was, how do you make the world a better place? I think to make the world a better place, I think we need to ban pickup trucks. So I feel like there's too many pickup trucks on the road for absolutely no reason. I feel like a lot of them just carry shit that doesn't even matter. I feel like it's like a competition between the guys in the pickup truck game. The more shit you carry, the bigger whatever you have. My dad used to carry nails in the back of his truck. And anytime someone did something that pissed him off, he'd just cut him off and start moving the wheel like this. And the nails would just fall on the road behind him and just do their damage, I guess. He was just playing real life Mario Kart. In that case, I think if pickup trucks are legal, I say we should legalize shooting pickup truck drivers out of your car. Just like the big bullet in Mario Kart. The next question I have here, if you knew you were going to die tomorrow, what would you do today? I'd go to sleep, speed up the process. I went to an estate sale not too long ago, and I'll never understand why the guys at the auction talk so fast for no reason. I went in there and they just started kind of going off. I didn't understand a word they were saying, so I just started bidding on everything. I left the auction with 2 chalkboards, a bar of soap, and 4 Latinos. Just talk some shit. Yeah, I mean, is there Armand any questions on the chat? Now, thank you guys for coming. I guess we could get right into the episode. We have a very special guest today. He's a tech entrepreneur working on a massive app right now that is one day going to be in front of all of you guys. So I have him on here before everybody knows about him. Please welcome a good friend of mine, Bogie'a, as he walks 3 miles to get here.
Yeah. Hi, kid.
What's up, Bogie'a?
How's it going, dude?
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, let's move that mic nice and close.
How's that? Pretty good?
Is that blocking his face? You might be the smallest person I've had in that chair.
You know, I'm a pretty small person. It's a benefit and a curse at the same time. Let's a little closer.
Angle it down.
Yeah.
Angle it down like this. No, not the mic. Bring this part down.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And bring
There
the
we
mic
go.
up like that.
I'm learning. I don't do a lot of podcasts.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Perfect.
No. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. The last couple guys we've had have been pretty big. One of them was 6'7", 440 pounds. So
Yeah,
when I say you're the smallest,
I'm nothing like that.
I think the camera was filmed at a very high angle for that.
I would imagine.
Well, thank you for coming anyways. Bogie'a, for those of you who don't know, we actually met like a month ago, right?
Yeah.
One of our friend Greg, was it Greg's? Yeah, we met at Greg's house.
Yeah.
And Bogie'a started telling me about something he's developing, and I was like, that sounds really interesting. We'll get into that a little later. I just want to hear like a backstory about where you came from, where you're at, and where you're going, I guess.
All right. Well, so let's see. So I'm from here, born and raised in Beverly Hills in LA. God, my family came here like early 1900s. So we've been in LA for a while, a long time, and we've seen it change over the years. I have this postcard back home that showed Beverly Hills back in the early 1900s, and it was dirt mostly. I mean, there was a racetrack going over Beverly Hills, and when the real estate started getting valuable, they didn't take the time to get rid of the racetrack, so they just built homes on top of it. And
where was this racetrack?
It was in the so there's like 3 main sections of Beverly Hills. There's the hills, the residential flats / commercial flats, and then the where the apartments and the duplexes are. This was more where the duplexes are. It was the Beverly Hills racetrack, and they just built homes on top of it.
Oh, interesting.
And so underneath the homes, the racetrack is still there. And
wow.
So like I've said, Beverly Hills has changed a lot over the years, and one day you could buy a nice house, a huge house for $100,000, which is still a lot of money. But today that house would be worth, $7-8 million.
Wow.
over the course of 40 years.
So when you say racetrack, you mean cars or horses?
I think it was cars. It was an automobile racetrack right in Beverly Hills.
So under your car might be.
Under my house is probably, gangster stuff and my house is like where all the gangsters hung out.
Can you talk about that?
I can. So my house is actually pretty cool. If any of you know who Bugsy Siegel is, he was the guy who created Vegas. He opened the first hotel in Vegas, and he was killed from my driveway. So the story goes far beyond that because constantly people will come to the house to tell me their versions of how it happened and how they're related to the killer. It's one of the only unsolved murders in Beverly Hills, or I guess anywhere. That's a really famous unsolved murder. But they went in the driveway and shot, I think, 19 shots and killed him.
When was this?
This was back in the 40s.
Did you have family currently in the house you're in
No,
right now?
not. We moved into the house in 1972.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, we moved in 1972. My family was originally on this street called Tiger Till in Brentwood. And then there was this fire in 1961 that no one was expecting to jump the 405, and then it did. And it was a weird fire because it didn't go to every house. So like it burned our house down and not our neighbor's house. My grandma just grabbed whatever she could. She grabbed the dogs and then left. So because of that, they moved to Beverly Hills and we've been there ever since.
So, wow. So the shooter walked onto this property.
The shooter walked up on through my driveway and stood at the top of the driveway and then shot through the window of the neighbor's house where Bugsy was.
Oh, did Bugsy live next door or was he just there?
The house was Bugsy's girlfriend's house. And so Bugsy was just there.
Now, when you say unsolved mystery, they don't know who it was?
They don't know. Everyone has their suspicions, but no one knows who actually killed him.
Was it you?
It might have been me in a former life. Yeah. The craziest story that I heard was that it was this family's uncle that killed him. And that when he found out, because he didn't know who he was killing, he had done some stuff with apparently Bugsy's business partner. And when he found out that it was Bugsy who he killed, he offed himself, 2 days later.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Are there so you're saying there's a bunch of conspiracies?
There's a bunch of conspiracy theories. There was a movie done in the 70s starring Warren Beatty called Bugsy.
Is your house in that?
My house isn't actually in it, but I haven't seen it in a while. But I do have I have pictures because the driveway is the same as it was then as it is today. So I have pictures of the investigation happening and then looking at the same. It's really eerie.
You showed me a really cool picture of you sitting on your porch.
Yeah.
Holding the laptop that showed the picture of the investigation while you're in the scene of the investigation.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. When my mom was a kid, my grandfather used to take people down and say, the murderer stood right here, and he would reenact it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that creepy at all?
It's
you
terrifying.
Feel the vibe of the house?
No, that house is terrifying. When I have friends that come visit me from out of town, I bring them upstairs and lock them in this room because it's terrifying. You
bring your friends and you lock them?
Okay, I don't lock them in the room. I don't lock them in the room. Okay, for 2 minutes.
We might be solving this unsolved mystery right now, folks.
So I bring them upstairs because they're nah, nothing can scare me. And I have speakers that I hide in the room.
Oh, you play creepy shit?
Yeah.
That's funny.
You have to.
Oh, real quick. Keep it on him. Let me.
So yeah, it's a really creepy house, ghost house. We bought it from the person who created a couple clubs in Hollywood. So it's one of those just famous, unfamous Beverly Hills mystery homes. So
you told me a story about the house saying the Hollywood tour car comes in front and used to sell lemonade for how much to each person?
So when I was younger, I should still do it now because it makes bank, but when I was younger, the tour buses stopped at the house because of the murder. And I realized that the people on the tour have money because they're, visiting Beverly Hills, and they are thirsty on a hot summer day. So I would sell lemonade, but instead of selling it for $1, I would sell it for $20.
Wow. And people bought it?
Yeah, it would make $300-400.
You should market it. Bugsy's Piss.
That would have been good.
That's good. You can do it now. I'll come do it.
Fuck it. No, but so we would sell lemonade, and then we went as far as just taking all the stuff that we didn't want anymore in our house and selling it as like merchandise from Beverly Hills.
Oh, you literally ran your own estate sale.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, interesting. You could have been like, if there's like a pair of Calvin Klein underwear you don't want, you
I
could be like,
could've
this
still-
was Bugsy's. He got
I would
shot
have
in.
I would have like chopped up glass and like tried to sell it as evidence from the murder.
Oh, that's good, dude. Dang.
I think by the end of it, the when I stopped doing it, the tour buses hated me because, you know, hey, but at the same time, I wasn't getting paid for them to stop in front of my house. So if they were stopping in front of my house, I had to make some money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could sell it out of your. How much were you making?
Like $300 to $400 a day.
A day?
A day when I would do it. Sometimes it would be like 200, but it would be we'd make
You're about to make Armand quit on me and go start selling lemonade at your house.
we'd make some money.
Wow.
Yeah.
And would you like? That's like mostly a weekend thing, no?
It was a weekend thing, and then we'd also donate the money as well.
Oh, you would donate?
Yeah, we would donate. My brother started this foundation to raise money for people with cancer, and so
okay.
yeah, the money would go there.
Would you advertise it as that? Is that why you got so many? Because honestly, dude, even if I don't know if I'm buying a $20 lemonade.
I mean, sometimes we would. At the beginning, we didn't. So in the beginning, before the foundation was a thing, we would pocket all the money, and it would just be that. But when he started it, it doesn't. He's not doing it anymore. But when he started it, there was a shift in funds, I think, because people would just give extra money.
That's the thing. I used to run a lemonade stand when I was a kid, and I always felt bad. Even just selling a cup of lemonade, I just felt bad. I was like, because I knew what the cup was worth. It's even like if I sell it for $3, I'm like, this cup isn't worth $3. You get the whole bottle for $3.
How much did you pay for your shirt?
Oh man, dude, I go to Marshall's. It's probably a $10 shirt.
You know what those things cost to make?
You're right.
If you're making them at scale, you're paying like $1 a shirt.
But you know what the difference is? The man in China who's producing this doesn't look me in my eye and tell me he wants me to buy this shirt.
Yeah.
If my lemonade was set at the store, I would charge people $10 and feel less bad than if I was face to face selling it for $3.
Yeah. I made my New Year's resolution this year was to get rid of all the fast fashion from my closet. Which was not an easy thing to do, but I feel like that was something that's like important because, I mean, that's part of the business I was going to go into. I was going to do stuff in fashion, and I did stuff in fashion, but fast fashion is just one of those things that's like it's bad. I read a study that Zara, right? So do you know how many articles of clothing they release a week?
I don't want to know. A lot, huh?
500 new pieces of clothing, new designs they create a week.
Wow.
And then because of that, their factories are producing 400 million plus pieces of clothes that they sell a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
That doesn't even sound like that many designs.
Yeah.
That's why when you go into places like that, there's always this new stuff that's like sponsored. I'm sure it's something from the week before they're just trying to get rid of, huh?
Yeah. Well, so the average, I think these were all studies, but the average millennial, I think, wears the same article of clothing 3 times before they throw it away.
Is it true Justin Bieber throws out his clothes every time after he wears it?
I have no idea. That would be...
I've heard that with like his underwear and shit.
Interesting. I mean, if I had that much money, I would probably...
I feel like I have underwear that like, I feel like I'd rather wear it after I've worn it a couple times instead of fresh out the box.
I mean, if you're that famous though, why not sell it?
Oh, man.
More money for charity. You could sell it for charity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just sell it outside your house.
Or sell it outside my house.
So when I had my lemonade stand, this dude came up and he was like, "Where's the money going to?" And I remember I was like, "Damn, I don't want to. If I say me, I'm a dick." And so I was just like, "School supplies." Middle of summer, I was like, "School supplies." He gave me $30, dude. That was the worst I've ever felt in my life. I literally went and bought a homeless man Chipotle. I felt awful.
Okay, you shouldn't feel bad though. I mean, you're hustling.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to hustle. When you're a young age, you got to learn how to hustle. And as much as you can do it, then like I met this kid who was like in middle school, like selling shoes in middle school, selling sneakers and making probably bank.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that. You go to Ross or something, pick up. Do you know what Ross is?
I do know what Ross is.
You live in like this secluded Beverly Hills world. I'm like, you ever heard of Ross? You could buy like $20 shoes at Ross and go flip it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're also here, right? Was that more of like a LA thing? Because where I'm from, I know nobody's buying shoes from someone else at school.
Here, yeah, you'd post, on Snapchat, "Hey, got this pair of Jordans. Anyone want it?" And of course, they'd make a lot of money doing it.
So that's the kind of stuff you'd see on Snapchat.
Yeah,
people selling.
Yeah, you would see like Yeezys, Jordans.
I'd go on Snapchat. I'd keep clicking and be like, free my boy Manny, free the different world, brother, different world.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But no, that's cool. So you grew up like basically around people that were hustling, around people. That's why I feel like you have this presence to you. You have this hustle to you. You're building something so big because you've been around it your whole life.
Yeah, I mean, when you grow up around people who have become very successful doing entrepreneurial things or hustling in various ways, you sort of get the drive and the desire to do it. And the thing I like to tell myself is me personally, if I'm not doing anything, I'm not happy. So like when I was young, I was a professional photographer for 10 years. I went all around the world doing photography, and it was great. I met some really incredible people. You learn some really incredible stories, and I was like, if I'm not doing something, I'm bored out of my mind. And I would try to sell my photos. I never did. My photos, they've never seen the light of the public eye.
Can you show us one? This guy, can you pull one up?
I'll get my
Go
phone.
get your phone. He showed me one photo he took. I was like, wow. Show us the one. Oh, where were you? It was the people in another country.
All right.
I don't want to say because I don't remember where it was.
They're all people in other countries.
Show us your best one.
All right,
show us whatever
see.
you want.
Let's see. Do you want like a happy one, a sad one? You tell me what you want.
Show us an emotion, not emotional, but like something that like, yeah, emotional, something that we could like feel.
Okay. Here, I'll do one better. I'll show one from the beta of the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Okay. Let's see. An emotional one. All right, I have one. Let's see. It has to load. Once it does, can I show a cool one first?
Yeah, please.
All right.
Can you how should we do this, Armand? Should you want to go on his camera and he'll walk up?
All right, should I go up? Yep. All right. So I'll explain the photo first because there's no mic over there. This is, by the way, with an iPhone. I took this photo.
Oh, okay.
And this was at a Post Malone concert. I got there like 3 hours early, and I got up right up close. And again, this is in the middle of a concert where phones should not do good. You don't need a good camera to do good stuff.
Okay.
You just need a phone.
Show
That's
us
the
one
essence
with
of
the
this.
phone and show us one
And then one with a
camera.
really nice camera.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
So, this, you can see it.
Move back a little bit.
There you go. So there's Posty.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
Took that with your phone.
Yeah, I was Posty with the phone. And then the other one is, let's see. The other one I have right here.
This other one was taken on a camera. Special delivery for me.
This one was
Hi,
taken on
Brittany.
camera.
Thank you. I like it.
And I'll explain this one after. All right. Actually, is this the best one? Yeah, I'll show this one. Okay. This one.
Move it back a little. Angle it down.
There we go.
Wow.
That one.
What was that taken on?
This was taken on either a Leica or a Nikon.
Wow.
So
Where was that?
this was in Rwanda.
Rwanda.
This was in Rwanda, near the border of Rwanda and the Congo.
So did you go there specifically for photography?
No, I actually went there after I graduated high school.
Just a visit.
For a vacation. But while we were there, we stopped at this place. So this was a home for former poachers, to help get poaching off the world, because poaching is horrible. Mm-hmm. And that guy who you just saw, when he was a poacher, killed 30 elephants.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have sadder photos, but that one, like, the sadder ones are like really way too sad.
Yeah, I think because me and you went to a bookstore the other day, right? Toshin.
Yeah.
And you were showing me like these pictures, and then you read descriptions on each photo, and it's like there's a world behind these photos that like, can't be expressed in such little words. And I feel like if you had a book and you were putting these photos out, you could really like, as simple as it might seem, a picture of Post Malone could have a million stories behind it, right?
You see, and so because of that, so that's sort of why I switched to filmmaking. And because a photo is a movie, you know? It's just a fraction of a second long. And then you have to read text, and it's like to understand the story behind it. But if you have a movie, then you can fully understand the entire vision with dialogue and everything else. But there's this one movie that's essentially like taking a photo and bringing it to life. It's called Baraka. And it was from the 90s, but it looks like it was shot yesterday. And this guy literally went all around the world to like 40, 50 countries with 70 millimeter film and just shot footage. And the entire film is just footage from all over the world. And it's honestly the most insane thing. Like, if you want a travel bug, watch this movie. Mm-hmm. And you will want to hop on the next flight to anywhere you can and experience the world.
Do you ever feel like what you see on camera and on TV, especially with what's being shot with now, like these 8K cameras, whatnot, I feel like it looks so much better on film than it does in real life?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel that. You know, everything is hyped up and looks much better when it's in front of a piece of glass that costs 20 grand.
Right. Yeah. I mean, a lot of TVs now can't even pick up the quality that these cameras are shooting at.
Yeah. And it's, TVs, like an OLED TV, like 5 years ago, an OLED TV, 65-inch OLED TV would cost you, what, 12 grand. Mm-hmm. And this is how far technology's come. Now you can get one for $750.
Dude, I've seen it. Walmart's selling TVs for like $16.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the world, bro. That's the world. Tomorrow they'll pay me to take a TV. I want to hear more about, you told me a funny gym story. Not a funny gym story, but like a really interesting one that I don't think anybody that's watching this, a very small percentage of people might have actually even heard about.
So there's this club in downtown LA called the Jonathan Club. And it's sort of this private members club. And they have one of the nicest gyms I've ever seen. This gym has a full indoor swimming pool. It has a full indoor basketball court, like 4 Pelotons, a giant like a whole area just for cardio, a whole area for weights, and then squash courts. It's the track outside. And this is, by the way, like in the middle of a skyscraper in downtown LA.
Oh, there's an outdoor track. There's an outdoor skyscraper.
Yeah, there's an outdoor track in the skyscraper.
See, the rest sounds like a reasonable, typical gym to me.
No, yeah.
But when you say that, but I think the thing that really was crazy to me is like the process to even get admitted into this.
To get admitted, it's like you have to interview, and then you have to meet other people, and then you have to get sponsored, and then you have to pay, and then you have to continue to pay, and then
pay more,
and then pay more, and then probably like they'll make it more expensive, and then you got to pay more as well. And then that's just that's like one of the small clubs here. There are clubs here that have.
There's bigger than that.
There's clubs here that have initiation fees that are like $250,000.
For what?
To play a round of golf and tennis. And then
but for like when you say admissions process, what's an admissions? Like that sounds like getting into a college.
Yeah, it's essentially like getting into these clubs is like getting into a college. Like not just a college. It's like getting into Harvard.
So do you need like a recommendation letter from like your 24-hour fitness telling you you're eligible for this?
You know, that wouldn't, you need like letters of rec from like other members. So first you gotta become friends with other members, and then you have to apply. And even if you're willing to pay and have all this stuff, they still might not take you. You have to like go to a dinner first and like be on your best behavior and
a dinner with who?
With the committee of deciding members.
Did you do this, or was it your family that did this?
I went to the dinner. I don't know what the whole process was like, but I went to the dinner. You went to the dinner?
Where's the dinner at?
At the club in downtown.
Oh, they have a restaurant in the club too?
Yeah. They have a beautiful rooftop restaurant.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So then you go, what the and whoa. So you were also saying how you have to show up in like a button up?
Yeah, to enter, you have to wear, they've relaxed the rules a bit, but it used to be you had to wear slacks, a collared shirt, and non-sneakers to
a gym
to walk through the lobby to get to the gym. If you wanted to wear your gym clothes, you would have to go through the back, so that you wouldn't be seen in the front.
So do you just carry all your stuff and you? Yeah. I've never dressed that nice before. Bro.
Yeah, it's but when you played basketball in high school, right?
Yeah.
When you did you have to dress up for game day?
Dude, no, I showed
Really?
up in flip flops.
No way. When I went to high school, we had to. Okay, I'm short. I get it, but I still played basketball. And when I did, you had to dress up, in a collared shirt and dress nice.
Really?
Dress nice for game day.
Oh, you're used to this thing. You had to show up basketball games.
I went. My high school and middle school was uniform.
Yeah, see, my middle school was uniform. My high school had uniform because I went to a boarding school in high school. My middle school was full uniforms, but I wasn't used to like showing up to games like this.
No, so we had like fancy uniforms, but then game day you had to like dress up.
And if you didn't,
you wouldn't play. Yeah. Yeah. My high school was tiny, by the way. We had my graduating class was like 30 kids, and it was the biggest in the school's history.
Was it because no one got admitted, or just
no? It was so it's a school for just kids with like dyslexia and ADHD. I have every learning disability in the book. But,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But so you for me, I went there because I didn't get into anywhere else.
That sounds like where no one else would get into.
Yeah. See, I got in there because I literally didn't get into any other school. Like I hope they regret it at some point, not accepting me. But yeah,
dude, if I didn't accept you, I already regret it. You're going to that country club you go to.
I decided that to all the colleges that I applied to that I didn't get into, if my company ever sells and I make money, I would donate buildings to the schools I didn't get into. To be like
after your name, huh?
Yeah, to be like, fuck you. You didn't accept me, and now you have to see my name every single day.
That's good.
That's like my. I'm like a camel. Camels take 7 years to get revenge. If someone hurts a camel, they will remember you and take 7 years to get revenge on you.
What does that mean? 7 years to get revenge?
Like literally within 7 years, when you're least expecting, if you see a camel and you piss off a camel and you leave and see the camel 4 years later, it'll remember you and kick you in the nuts.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, you're like a camel, huh?
I'm a camel. You keep your receipts.
Wow. And it's like after 7 years, they just forget.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah. After 7 years, they forget. And
that's cool. So what school did you not get into that you wanted to?
All of them. I literally applied to every school in LA. Or most of them.
USC.
No, this was for colleges. It was where? It was.
Oh, you're talking about high school.
For high school, I didn't get into any high school.
Wow, you didn't get into any high school?
Nah.
Oh, dude.
I didn't get into any high school.
Yeah, you got to build a big ass building in the middle of all of them, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to it's just like a big picture flag of you up top.
Yeah.
Flipping the whole school up.
Call it Bogey Land.
Bogey Land, yeah. And then no one that goes to the school is allowed in the building. It's only people that don't go to the school.
Yeah, it's just for the people who didn't get in.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And you get your degree a year faster.
Yeah, I'll convince the school. I'll pay an absurd amount of money to convince the school to sell me a chunk of land in the middle, so I could build my own school, Bogie'a University.
I got one better for you.
Yeah,
you build around it so big,
yeah.
then you build down right before it touches the ground. It's a little thing, so it's never actually touching the ground at the school.
Yeah, my school's better.
Yeah, and then you could bomb it. Bogey Land, bitch.
Oh yeah, welcome to Bogey Land.
That's funny. Damn, dude, you got a crazy life. I didn't know that. So you've been in Beverly Hills your whole life? Because I asked you the other day, I was like, would you ever move into a small city? And you told me you couldn't because you grew up in a city like this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could. I mean, if I had a car, it might be easier, but when you're used to growing up in a big city, it's much harder to move to a small city than to start from a small city and move into a big city. I mean, you're from a smaller city, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you. That's why I said, like, my whole life I was like, I didn't want to move out to LA. I was like, I love it here. This is where I want to be. And then, like, when I started the whole entertainment stuff, I was like, I got to be out here, but I don't want to be out here for so long. I just want to get it figured out and go back.
Oh, really?
But the second I moved out here, I was like, I can't go back.
See, now you're thriving. LA changes you. West Hollywood changes you. Hollywood changes you. Beverly Hills changes you. It's a crazy place to live. It's a crazier place to grow up. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's the craziest experience to grow up here. But it's even if you move here, it's still. I call it the city of serendipity, because you got to put in the work to thrive here. But if you're putting in the work, the way success comes it comes randomly. It comes where you least expect it. Mm-hmm. But you still got to put in the work to reap those rewards of the unexpected success.
Talk to me about how that's shaped you when it comes to making connections while you've been out here.
So my favorite hobby is making connections. And when I say making connections, my favorite hobby is making connections with people you have no business connecting with. You know, and the line I like working with is, pick any restaurant you want in LA, dinner's on me. Which is a ballsy line to take because you got to have the finances to back up an expensive dinner. But 9 out of 10 times, the person will say, no, it's okay, you pick a place, dinner's on me. Here's my assistant's email. And then you have to wow them at the dinner, and then launches the relationship.
Interesting. Have you ever gotten someone that's just like, oh, I'm going to abuse that. Let's go here.
No.
Interesting.
No, I haven't. Funny enough, luckily enough, I haven't. But I expect it every time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I expect it, but I've been very lucky. But I mean, in this place, connections are like Hollywood, for instance. To make it in Hollywood, you need 3 things. You need connections, talent, and money. If you're missing one of those things, it's all the more difficult. Even if you have all 3, it's still very difficult to make it. Like you know the whole Nepo baby thing, right?
Mm-mm.
So Nepo baby are kids that are children of famous people, and they have the divine right or whatever they call it they're bound to be famous if they want to be. It's not always true. I mean, you have children of famous people that they have the connections and the money, but if they don't have the talent to back it up, then they're screwed. You have a lot of, there's lots of cases, but the people who are, and so like I was saying, in this city, you have to have at least those 3 things and a whole lot of drive. Mm-hmm. And then if you have that, then you have a higher chance of succeeding in at least the entertainment industry.
So what's your definition of success? When you say make it, what do you mean?
That's a tough one.
Because for a lot of people, the reason I ask, for a lot of people, they'd be like, I'm talented, I have money, and what was the third?
Connections.
I have connections. So you're saying that makes it easier to make it, quote unquote, make it. But a lot of people would say, if I have those 3 things, I made it.
What's your definition of success? I'll start with you first, and then I'll.
Ooh.
See, it's a tough question.
It's a tough question because it keeps changing every year. You know, the problem I had was everything happened so quickly. So I just kept setting goals. I never had I want to be here and this is my success, but I just kept hitting these goals sooner than I expected to. So the goals keep changing, but I don't think I fully discovered a definition of success because my success is just being happy doing what I love and being able to live off that. But I don't think I have as long as I'm hitting these goals, I think I'm succeeding, but there's no place I want to be where I say I've succeeded.
Okay. I think for me, my opinion of success is, I think success is an unachievable goal. I think because the minute you have it, you obviously want something more, you know? And the minute that you're there, you feel like, oh, that's it. Like, let's say you get a movie made. Let's say you move here to become a screenwriter, and you sell a movie. You sell a script. You realize, that's it.
What's next?
What's next? What do I do next? How do I one up that? And some people, their goal is to know, get the Rolls Royce, get money. Like you said, everyone's version of success is different. I like the happy one. Being happy, that's like as long as you're happy, because success doesn't always bring you happiness, and money doesn't bring you happiness. You know the saying, money doesn't bring you happiness. Right. What money does bring you is creative freedom, or freedom in general. But
that's why I agree with the fact of happiness is one thing, but being happy, doing what you love, and being able to live off that is something that a lot of people unfortunately won't get to. But I think if you're truly at that, the rest is just plus, if you're able to do what you love, even if you're, I wouldn't say barely getting by, if you're able to live your life doing what you truly love, which is not taking shortcuts and being I guess I'm happy doing this. I'm really happy doing this, and I can live my life and I'm making money doing it. And I'm making enough money to live and enjoy my life, travel, do whatever it is your goals are in your life. I feel like if you're at that point, I would consider that a success in my life.
Yeah, me too. But and the other thing with that is where was I going with this? I was going with something, and then it You know when you some things on your brain and then it just jumps away.
It's over there.
Yeah, let's try to grab it and then. No, wait. Let me think. So success. So
I love how this is just chilling here.
yeah, I was gonna eat cinnamon toast crunch this morning, but I didn't. And
Is
I
it
regret
empty or full? What's in the box? Everybody guess. Ready?
You just got a dono from Johnny Andrade.
Johnny Andrade! Thank you for the donation. That might be our first live donation. We just started doing live podcasts, by the way.
Okay.
So you're the second guest we've had. The last one was a practice run. So you're technically our first guest on a live podcast.
I'm very
that
grateful.
We've actually set up fully.
Very grateful. Okay, so
What was his name? Sorry, let me say a shout out again.
Johnny Andrade.
Johnny Andrade. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry, but thank you so much for the dono. Hope you've been enjoying the podcast. Thank you again.
okay, so success when you. Okay, so like I was saying, everyone's version of success is different, and one other thing is. One thing I like to do is like, like fake it till you make it.
Mm-hmm.
If you pretend to be that level of success before you hit it, I think it helps you get there faster, and it gives you the drive to do it. Because let's say you can make $1,000 look like $1 million. You still want the $1 million because then you can make the $1 million look like $10 million. But if you can make $1,000 look like $1 million and you pretend to do that, then when you actually get to that point, you'll get to that point faster because you have the goal to get to that point because you've seen what it's like. Once you get a glimpse, then you want it.
I think the question people would have then is, how do you make 1,000 look like $1 million?
That's a good question. There's a few different ways you could do that. There's a few ways you can do it. You can always go to thrift stores and get nice clothing for a lot less. There's stores like Wasteland where you can get, or Crossroads where you can get, Gucci sneakers for $100. Even though the other thing with money though, this one thing I will say, when you can see money on a person, they tend to have less. But the people who have money tend to not show it. And the whole stealth wealth thing that's trending now?
What is
So
it?
stealth wealth is like all these brands where like a sweater will cost 15 grand, but you'll have no idea it costs 15 grand.
Right.
You'll see that and someone wearing, a Gucci sweater and think the Gucci sweater costs more, but no.
Yeah.
That's stealth wealth.
Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs clothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually that in like the show Succession.
Yeah.
What you
He was
see in
talking about
Succession,
that, yeah.
Succession, that's like the stealth wealth thing.
Interesting.
And it's the people who, like with Hollywood, the people who make everything happen and the people who have no idea who they are.
It's like the saying, the loudest in the room is the weakest in the room.
Yeah, yeah.
In this case, the loudest is the brokest.
The person with the biggest pickup truck is not hauling the most amount of stuff every day.
It's the one who has a 16-wheeler that you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Boom!
Exactly. Exactly.
Mic drop. The whole table flips. It just knocks Bogie'a out.
It wouldn't be very difficult to do. I mean,
You do box.
I do box. That I do. I do box. I've been trying to get better, but you'd knock me out in a second.
Dude, you'd be surprised, bro. I might put the gloves on and knock myself out.
My dad had a company a long time ago, and his spokesperson was Manny Pacquiao.
Are you serious?
Yeah, spokesperson was Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was the face of the company, and I saw a pair of gloves, signed gloves for Manny Pacquiao, and I was like, I wanna one day learn how to box.
One day I want to box Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Because you have a private coach that comes to your place, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually going. I'm gonna go box next Wednesday, baby.
He is coming. We're gonna spar now.
First thing we do, bare knuckle spar.
Yeah, I'll go get the what are they called, brass knuckles.
The brass knuckle, imagine, dude.
Hide them.
Another murder at the Seagull House, baby.
I always wanted to change my name to Bugsy Bogues, but there's a basketball
dude,
player
that's
Bugsy
great,
Bogues,
yeah.
but like Bugsy Bogues,
Muggsy and Bug. It's like the blood version of Muggsy Bogues. It's Bugsy Bogues. That's funny.
it's ironic. I was named after the actor Humphrey Bogart, and here I am going to entertainment. But it's funny, when I'm here in LA, I introduce myself as Bogey, they say, oh, like Humphrey Bogart. When I'm in the East Coast and I say I'm Bogey, they say, oh, like the cigarette.
Ask me what I said to Brittany when I said when we talked about your name.
What?
I was like the golf word.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And I suck at golf, by the way.
Do you really?
I suck at golf so badly.
The way you dressed when we played pickleball, I was like, this guy golfs. This guy shows it. I was like, okay, I'm going to whoop his ass in pickleball. He shows up to pickleball with a collared shirt and like these nice ass pants. And I'm over there. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, in like high
Who
school.
won, by the way?
That's what I'm saying. I thought I was going to win.
Yeah.
You won by 2, but you have home court advantage.
Okay, that was the
He
first.
has a pickleball court in his backyard. I was telling him I don't even have a home court. He has home court advantage.
Okay, but remember, that was the inaugural game. So I hadn't played on my home court.
Okay.
So that's like walking to a new arena for the first time.
Yeah, but there's a difference. Like, you've played before, walking to a new arena.
Yeah, I played basketball on that court growing up, and you still whooped my ass. I'll say that. I'll say he beat me. He completely crushed me in basketball. That happened.
It was funny because they repainted his pickleball lines, and he went based on the pickleball lines to see where the 3-point line was at the basketball hoop. And he's like, this is the 3-point line. And I was looking at it. We're like 80 feet away from the basket. I'm like, oh, dog, there's no way.
I forgot the lines changed.
Halfway through the game,
yeah.
he's like, oh, shit, I forgot we repainted the lines. So I was pulling up full court shots for 3-pointers.
And they were going in. You were like swishing them. Everything I made was a bank shot, which, nothing against bank shots, but I sucked ass.
But you also had real home court advantage in the fact of like, we're playing horse. He goes like to this corner of the fucking thing. He's like, all right, in between these 2 trees, over the rainbow, blah, 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 this, that. I'm like, damn, bro.
Those are the shots that, okay, so I have a twin brother.
Do you really?
I have an identical twin
This
brother.
might not even be you, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, I could be my brother right now.
You talked a little different last time.
Yeah. No, so I have an identical twin brother, and I've beaten him every time. So I perfected my horse game from him, and you still won. You still won.
Is this the real bogey or is this the bogus bogey?
You know what's funny? This is the I was trying to find a pun for Bugsy, but it didn't fit. But we're what's called mirrored opposite identical twins. So genetically we're the same, but he wears glasses, I don't. He's right-handed, I'm left-handed.
Oh,
and yeah.
Interesting.
So we look different, but we're still identical, which is
No, if I saw you guys, I wouldn't know, huh?
you would know.
If he had his glasses off?
You might be a little. I mean, I also think I have a fucked up nose, so that might be a good giveaway. But and we've been told we look the same sometimes, but I mean, I could tell the difference.
Like me and Armand are twins.
Yeah. So you guys are more identical than me and my brother.
With someone who hasn't met you for the first time, you guys walked up together and then one person came out, the other person came. Would they be able to tell?
Yeah.
They would. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So where is your dream place to live?
Funny enough, I mean, my dream. So I live in the flats. So like I said, Beverly Hills is broken up into 3 areas. There's the hills, the flats, and then the retail apartment area. Where I would love to live is there's 2 places. My dream 2 places are the Hollywood Hills. I just would love to wake up or go to sleep to a view of the city and see those lights. I mean, it's just every day I go for a drive up to the hills to go see the lights and see the lights of all the buildings, and it's just. And I was in New York for a bit. It's different. Being in New York City is different than seeing those lights from up there. It's just I would love to live up there.
I have a friend, Andrew, who he lives. It's great. He lives at the bottom of Beverly Hills, like right where like the base is like Beverly Hills, where you're like on Wilshire, where you wouldn't expect it to be Beverly Hills, right? And he told me his goal is every year he wants to move up a block.
Up a block
until he gets to like the hills.
Yeah.
Like until he gets up there. And I told him, I was like, just be careful you don't overdo it and end up in like Sherman Oaks or something.
Beverly Hills is weird. The way the flats work, most streets, not like Cannon and Beverly, but in most other streets, it starts in the 500. Once you pass Santa Monica Boulevard, it starts in the 500 block and goes up the end of where Sunset is the 800 block. And the way it works is the lots and houses get bigger as you go up. So it works that way where we're like the houses get bigger every block.
Oh, so it is
Yeah.
a legitimate goal.
Yeah, no, it's a legitimate goal.
Interesting.
That's a legitimate goal.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So you dream house, Hollywood Hills.
Hollywood is that's the dream house is Hollywood Hills or I love dogs. I have 5 dogs. So just a place where I can have a whole bunch of dogs and not worry that they're gonna, jump over a cliff or something.
Oh man.
That would be bad.
Okay.
That would be bad. So either there or a place with a lot of land, so I can rescue as many dogs as I can.
Okay. And then dream garage.
2-car garage, or how many cars we talking?
Oh man, if you're in the Hollywood Hills, you gotta have 10-car garage.
Okay, so
no, tell me it's reasonable. Two car.
It changed recently. It used to be an Aston Martin and a G-Wagon. I've always wanted to live out my James Bond fantasies, I mean, if I wasn't American, I would wish I was British. I would want to be James Bond. But it changed. Now it's a Porsche and a G-Wagon. My friend's uncle convinced me that the Porsche was the way to go.
So now why do some people say Porsche and some people say Porsche?
I think from what I heard, the correct way to pronounce it is Porsche.
Okay.
And Porsche is not the correct way to pronounce it.
So the way I've heard it, the people who could afford it call it Porsche, and the people who can't call it Porsche.
Yeah.
And that's like, I'm not lying.
I
it
assume
really is
when
like
you go
that.
to the dealership and you say, "Oh, I want to see this Porsche," they're like, "Haha, no, Porsche."
Yeah. Hey, I want to see a Porsche. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. you're. It's like going to the building at that school. You can't do it if you pronounce it wrong.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. So Porsche and
a G-Wagon.
G-Wagon. Like a Brabus G-Wagon, a 6x6.
Ooh, the Brabus 900 Rocket.
I don't even know what that means.
So the Brabus 900 Rocket. That's like. Let me show you a picture of that one.
Yeah,
pull it up. It's a. Let's see, Brabus 900 Rocket. Keep spelling it wrong. It's my dyslexia. Rocket G-Wagon. Okay.
Can you pull it up, Armand?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, let's do that. He's gonna pull it up there so
perfect.
they can
Okay.
see it as well.
So there's, I think, it says, there's 25 of them. It's
Oh,
0
really?
to 60 in 3.7 seconds, 662 horsepower.
On a G-Wagon?
Yeah. On a G-Wagon. It's pretty. I'll show you really fast. It's
Oh, dude, I feel like I've seen one of those.
I mean, here in Beverly Hills and in Hollywood,
There's 25 of them over here.
all 25 of them are over here.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna say.
It wouldn't surprise me, but yeah.
One of my friends, he wasn't like my friend, but he went to my college, and they were from Saudi, and they had a story about one of their cousins who crashed a Rolls Royce on the side of the freeway, but didn't have insurance and didn't care, so he left it and walked off.
Damn.
And
that's happened here before.
you say my mom just did that the other day.
That's happened. That's happened in the city before.
And do they see that, Armand?
No, for some reason it's not popping up.
Okay. Anyway, it's a cool looking G-Wagon.
Yeah.
It's like a souped up G-Wagon. Are
Yeah.
you still on us? On camera?
I bet. Should we look up how much it costs?
Yeah, look at how much it costs.
'Cause-
As you do that, I'm gonna tell you the car my friend had over here. He had it was an all white Bentley, the SUV, right?
The Bentayga.
The Bentayga, and from outside it was just all white with like limo tint, right? So you couldn't see anything on the inside. Dude, right when the doors opened, every inch of the car was covered in blue. The
Really?
interior, like I'm talking everything.
Really?
From every stitch to the steering wheel to the seat to the door to every inch was blue, and it was the nicest thing I've ever seen.
Damn.
It was really clean. Yeah, I've never seen anything like it before.
Wow.
And I was like, if I was in this car, I would be like, I wouldn't want to like mess it up, get it dirty or
yeah.
anything. They're in there with the windows closed, smoking cigarettes. I'm like,
They're hotboxing their car.
with cigarettes, dude. I was
Cigarettes.
like,
Damn. By the way, that car I showed you, what would you guess it costs?
I think I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to cars.
Yeah.
But I might be way off. If I was like realistic, I'd probably guess like.
Remember, the average, like the retail price for a G-Wagon's what? Like between 150 and 225 grand.
Okay.
Yeah.
600.
600 to 800.
It is.
Actually, wait, it might be 900 now.
Damn.
But if you buy it, then, it's like price for these cars. Not all cars, the price goes up. These one, the price will go up.
Yeah, which is a lot for the base to be like 100, 200 for this one to be
Yeah.
5 times that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. By the way, the other thing I like to do, back to like the success and all that stuff, is any purchase I ever make, I treat every single purchase as an investment. Whether I'm buying a T-shirt or dinner, everything I do the math to figure out if it's a good investment first. And if it is, then that's when I pull the trigger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So do you take into consideration what you're wearing at all times kind of deal?
Yeah. Yeah. But like with my cameras, most cameras, you buy a camera, it's going to lose all its value. Like the Leica camera, they're handmade in Germany. They don't lose value. They either hold their value or go up in value.
Oh, even on cameras, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, these cameras probably lost value the second I opened.
My brother just bought a camera that and he, like my twin, we couldn't be more different. Like he doesn't treat anything as an investment. I treat everything as investment.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are literally like same opposites.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oppositical similarities.
Do you know? Wait,
It's not a real word. Go ahead.
There's something you all might like too, but you might like as well. Have you heard the company Mont Blanc?
I've heard of that. What is
Okay,
it?
so they're a pen company.
Okay, I've definitely heard of it.
So-
BLANC.
It's MONTBLANC.
Okay, yeah.
So they're a pen company. What would you pay for a pen?
What would I pay for a pen?
For a pen.
Ooh, I wouldn't even pay $2 for a pen.
Okay, so let me show you this pen. I went to Germany.
Okay, I'll pay $2 for a pack of like 10 pens.
Okay, so they brought me to Germany. I went to Germany to go. They were opening up their museum. Okay, and I saw this pen
They were opening up a museum in Germany.
for pens. Pen museum. It's actually really cool. It's in Hamburg. It's where the hamburger's from. Yeah.
Have you ever visited penisland.com?
You know, I would probably if I ever would, I'd do it on my brother's phone and not on my own.
You start searching it up on your brother's phone, it's already been searched up.
Let's see. Okay, so the pen, here's the pen. This is the pen that I went there to see.
Arma, can we get it close on that? Yeah.
This, if anyone can.
Yeah, let me see
is
that.
yeah.
You got it. Bring the brightness down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good trick. Pen, there it is. There you go. All right.
Gonna get it.
All right, that pen. That's called the LE1. And guess what I think it went for?
$14.99.
Add a few zeros. I think it went for like $1.5 million
For that?
for that pen.
That's twice the G-Wagon you just showed us.
For a pen.
For what reason?
Declaration of Independence.
It's like, you know, Fabergé eggs?
Uh-uh.
Fabergé was this Russian company that would make these eggs that are now worth $100 million.
Make
This is
eggs?
Like eggs, like a gold egg with diamonds and everything on it.
Like a chicken egg?
This pen is covered in diamonds. It has a 6-carat sapphire on it. It's like really expensive, but my uncle and I collect them. Mostly my uncle.
Well, you have one?
Not this one. We have. We started a foundation called what's our foundation called? I haven't done a lot of stuff for it in a minute. But we started this foundation called the Literary Arts Foundation, preserving the idea of famous books in history, and pairing them with these pens that would relate to these books. And this collection is just,
So how much are these books if the pen is worth that much?
they're all worth, I think if you asked me, I think the collection would be worth, close to $1 million
Wow.
for a collection of pens. And the pens we
That's
have,
how you know you're doing good, bro, when you don't remember the name of the foundation and it's worth that.
pens look like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And these pens range in value and price from, 30 grand to 60 grand for a pen.
Wow. Where
And
do you
then-
keep these?
We have a safe, a very cool safe up in LA here.
You could give us that address.
I don't know the address off I don't think I'm even trusted to be alone with those pens. I mean,
Wow.
I have a couple of them. I should have brought one.
Nah, it's okay. Leave that out of here, bro. I don't want any responsibility for. There's nothing in this place that's worth.
My
that.
pens aren't worth that much. My pens, they're still very valuable, but they're not worth anywhere near what the collection has. And by the way, these pens, you don't write with them.
What do? You
Keep them in the
stick 'em up
box.
Huh?
Keep them in the box, and occasionally look at them.
Wow.
Treat the pen like your children.
It's just so small. Like I'm like, would I put it anywhere? Or
Yeah,
like-
but see, those are good investments. You buy the pen. Let's say you take one of these pens. Like, I'll show you one of these pens. This pen here is called the Spider Metamorphosis pen.
better turn me into Spider-Man.
That's the goal of the pen. The pen's job is, so this pen here, the second one down is called the Spider Metamorphosis pen.
It's the gold one, guys.
The black one. The second one from the top. So if you take the one down from the top, that pen, we paired it with a signed first edition of Charlotte's Web
Oh,
with a drawing by E.B.
Wow.
White. Yeah.
okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's like the
Was it
stuff
signed
that
with
we're...
that pen?
Not with that pen.
That would have been even
But
cooler.
that would have been even cooler. But the book is very valuable on its own. So like what we do is we take the pair and then put them together and then try to bring them to a collection at a museum.
Do these pens have actual ink in them?
No, the second you ink them, they lose value.
Really?
Yeah, it's like driving a car. Off
I was
a lot.
literally about to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Oh, I thought these are like legit like pens that.
You
have-
could ink them, and I'm sure some of the people that buy them do ink them because they don't care. But we do.
Is it like watches where you could get these pens serviced or something after a while?
I'm sure you could. And their events are just like, if they invite you to an event, say yes. Say yes. That's all I can say. They're like some of the nicest. They treat you so well.
I would, dude, if I was at one of those events, I would walk up with like an envelope in like a hurry. And I'd be like, excuse me, you guys have a pen? I got to write something real quick. Give me the pen. I'm out.
I mean, they have pens that like, they start at like $400. From 400 all the way up to 1.5 million.
Very reasonable price.
Yeah, it's like the bookstore I took you to. The books start at $10, and the most expensive book was $750,000.
Very, very reasonable.
Yeah, the 750 one, not the $10 book.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The $400 pen sounds
That's still yeah.
very doable for me. That's funny.
No, but like yeah, and you don't write with any of them, so you buy the packet 10 pens for $2 and write with those.
Okay. Okay, good to know. All right, before we wrap this up, I want to talk a little bit about as much as you want to talk about before you release the whole app you're working on, if that's something you want to get into.
No,
at
sure,
all.
yeah. So, God, we've been building it for 2 years. We've created a new social media platform called DazzleBoxx, and what DazzleBoxx is it's the first. Originally, what it was a content-based networking platform, and it still sort of is. We're trying to take other platforms and create a better sense of getting stuff done. So it's like Instagram, but with the intent that you're going to meet people you can work with. And it's categorized social media. So you would select film if you want to see stuff in movies, and you can watch movies anywhere from 2 minutes to 20 minutes or even an hour and a half. Or if you want to see art, you can see beautiful art that people create. If you want to see podcasts, you can watch a podcast.
So it's very categorized.
It's
on what the
categorized
user
social
wants.
media.
Nice.
And it's not localized to any region. So like most social media, you'd see stuff from regions that you're seeing stuff. Like for your platforms, are most of your views coming from America? Or they? Yeah. So ours, you would get views from anywhere. It's not localized to one place.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And it's, I mean, we're in beta now. We've let it release for 200 users.
Okay.
If anyone wants to join the beta, we can let 100 people on, and expand it a little bit, but because it's going to change very soon, we think. We're pivoting a bit to focus more on other parts of creativity and not every genre, but certain genres. But it's so far people seem to like it.
And if people want to get in contact with you for that, how do they do
If people want to get on the beta, I mean, you can sign up for it on the website. So it's DazzleBoxx.com. So it's DazzleBoxx.
Which is up right now.
Yeah, the website's up. It's DazzleBoxx. So 2 X's. Couldn't get the 1 X, Tried, couldn't get it.
I took it, baby.
You took
it's
it.
all
Oh,
me.
Damn.
Give me a pen, I'll give it back to you.
But yeah, if you want to sign up, we can let 100 people sign up from going to the website. And again, it's in beta, so it's still there's still issues with it. And like I told you to sign up for the beta and to shit on it. Tell me everything you hate about it. And if anyone does sign up, email me at Bogie'a@DazzleBoxx.com to tell me everything you hate about it. And if you hate something about it, I will fix it. Not me. I will have someone fix it.
Nice. Yeah, guys, go check it out. And then once you go on, do you create an account? Or are you at the point where you...
create an account, and then...
Can I get @Kia?
You can... So get it now before anyone else gets it.
Oh, shit.
I'm
on live and I said it.
Yeah, you're on live and you said
I got to get it right after.
Because if someone takes it, I mean, what I would do in the early days of Instagram, what I'm sure people did was they would get names and try to sell them to people.
Right.
But get Kia quickly.
Okay.
Get Kia before the car company gets it.
I know. Someone's going to try to go get it right now. Damn.
But yeah, go sign up and it's still shit, but eventually it'll become cool. And the app is coming soon.
That's DazzleBoxx with 2 X's at the end of box.
DazzleBoxx. You want to know where the name came from?
Where?
So the word dazzle means to amaze. It's the definition of the word dazzle, and the definition of the word box, place of storage. So it's the storage of amazement.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
So only post amazing things. Don't post. Actually, post whatever you want, but only try to post amazing things, please, for my sake. But and yeah, I mean, there's cool people on there. We have a lot of talent scouts on there looking for talent already, even though it's just in beta.
Nice.
And producers and gallery owners, whatever, anything.
Nice.
And yeah, it's hopefully people like it. I'm hoping they do.
Cool, dude.
Yeah.
Congrats. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Make something happen.
Let's go build that building at that school.
Oh man, I'll be right there with you, man.
It'll be called the Bogie'a and Kia building. Yeah.
I could flip off the school too with you.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
I'll apply to the high school just for them to tell me I'm ineligible because I'm too old.
Yeah.
And then I could join.
Then you join. That's how you do it.
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bingo. Are we good? Yeah. Cool. Everything good? We all good?
Yeah.
Cool. Damn, did the camera die? Perfect timing. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the No Script Podcast. Thank you to Bogey for coming on and speaking your knowledge about entertainment and everything you're in.
Thank you for having me. This was a complete blast. I loved it. It was great.
Cool. Make sure you guys subscribe. Turn on the notifications. I have a new podcast coming every week as well as with my long form videos. So go check those out. My name's Kia. This was Bogey. Thank you guys again. I'll see you guys next week for another episode. Peace.
That was fun. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming, bro.
How was it? Was it
That was great,
that was
dude.
good?
That was great.
Was that what you were looking for? Or were you
Yeah,
looking for other stuff?
No, that was great.
I should have brought the pen